Right now, live at 5, an invasion of ships at two harbors, but a welcome one, as the Festival of Sail is officially underway. We're live there tonight. 9 years in prison on drug charges. That's what a Russian court sentenced WNBA star Brittany Griner. We hear reaction, including from President Biden. And more than memories fill Duluth's historic Old Central High School building. Historic items inside need a new home before the building is converted into apartments. We'll let you know some of what's up for bids.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Brown. Breaking news down in the Twin Cities tonight, where we're learning the Mall of America is on lockdown. Our sister station down there is reporting people are posting on social media that they are hiding in stores amid what they're calling a possible shooting. Video shared online shows people running out of the mall, which is in Bloomington. Authorities have not shared any information publicly yet. We are tracking this developing story, and we will bring you updates as we learn more. Lawyers for WNBA star Brittany Griner say they will appeal after a Russian court sentenced her to 9 years in prison on drug charges. In a statement, President Biden called the verdict, quote, unacceptable. Natalie Brand has more on the verdict and reaction.
I love my family.
WNBA star Brittany Griner told reporters she loves her family as she was led away in shackles after receiving a 9-year prison sentence on charges of cannabis possession. Her month-long Russian trial came to an end Thursday morning, shortly after the two-time Olympic champion delivered an apology.
I never meant to hurt anybody. I never meant to put in jeopardy the Russian population. I never meant to break any laws.
Griner's lawyers argued the Phoenix Mercury Center brought vape cartridges with cannabis oil by mistake when she flew to Moscow in February to play basketball in Russia during the off-season. They presented written testimony from a doctor who prescribed her with cannabis for pain treatment.
Griner's legal fight has played out amid increased tensions between the U.S. and Russia. The Biden administration says the basketball star was wrongfully detained and has urged Moscow to negotiate a prisoner swap.
I pressed the Kremlin to accept the substantial proposal that we put forth on the release of Paul Whelan and Brittany Griner.
People familiar with the proposal say the U.S. wants to trade Griner and U.S. citizen Paul Whelan, who also remains imprisoned in Russia, for a notorious arms trader, Victor Booth, serving a sentence in the U.S. The Biden administration says it will pursue every possible avenue to bring Griner and Whelan home safely as soon as possible. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The commissioners of the WNBA and NBA released a joint statement today calling the verdict, quote, unjustified and unfortunate, but not unexpected. They say their leagues are also committed to her safe return to the U.S. At Farm Fest yesterday, Congressman Pete Stauber and the Democrat looking to take his seat spoke about problems facing Northeast Minnesota farmers. Stauber and Democratic 8th District candidate Jen Schultz spoke to attendees. The congressman says he's advocated for better wolf management in our region to cut down on livestock attacks and deaths.
The gray wolves. The gray wolves is another issue in northern Minnesota, and I'm leading that issue to get them off the endangered species list.
As for Schultz, she spoke about the need to eliminate red tape that gets in the way to help available to Minnesota farmers.
And I think we need to make it much more easier and efficient for farmers to take advantage of our government programs and not make it more difficult for them to benefit from these programs to help.
Both candidates face a primary challenge next week. Harry Welty on the Republican side and John Munter on the Democratic ballot. A small North Shore town got a whole lot bigger today. The Festival of Sail kicked off in two harbors with thousands of people coming out to see the tall ships on Lake Superior. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham spent the day in two harbors and has more on how the city handled today's big crowd.
Well, it's been quite a day here in Two Harbors. Of course, there's the festival, and that's been so much fun. There's so many things to do here. But one thing we keep hearing from folks up here is the whole thing has been just a tad bit confusing. We're not quite sure where a lot of these things are, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But let's talk real quick about the tall ships themselves. They were late today. The parade of sail was scheduled to be here around 11 and took nearly an hour longer than that to begin. When they did start sailing into the port, though, it was an amazing sight as thousands thousands watched from the shores of Agate Bay here. 9 ships then docked out on the seawall with people able to get an up-close view throughout the day. This is the first time Two Harbors has hosted the event with 6,000 tickets for sale on each of the festival's 4 days. The city prepared for possible traffic backups and set up parking lots. Fortunately, traffic was pretty minimal today, but there was a little bit of confusion. One visitor we talked to said they and others had trouble finding the right place to park, and even when they did, it was a confusing process to actually get to the harbor.
No one seemed to know what was going on, and they could not assist us in getting to the right place.
That visitor who shared with us he's 90 years old says he was able to find a shuttle, but from where he was dropped off still had to walk 3/4 of a mile to even get to the harbor. Now let me kind of demonstrate to you what they're kind of talking about. We're here on one side of the harbor, and you can see obviously the tall ships right here behind me on the seawall, docked there regally as ever. But this is just one side of the festival. All the way on the other side of the harbor over there, that's where all the other tents are set up and the other vendors. People are getting dropped off over there, and including us. We started our day over there, and it was kind of a confusing process to figure out where the ships were going to be. So even during that parade of sail, people were lined across this dirt path over here or trying to come over here to actually see those ships in here. Obviously, it's a festival, so it's going to be a fun time no matter what. For now, I'll end things here. We'll see you guys back here at 6 o'clock. Paul, I'll throw things back to you.
All right, Quinn, thank you very much. And sounds like you might want to get there a bit early if you're coming this weekend. There's still plenty of fun events, attractions, and vendors to check out all through Sunday. The Wisconsin DNR is investigating a possible old oil spill near Enbridge's Line 5. The soil, which was suspected of being contaminated, was found near Ashland yesterday evening. Enbridge told the DNR they believe the contamination was from past discharge, not ongoing leaks. The company didn't find a leak when the pipeline was shut down. They just did some testing and didn't see any signs of a spill. The DNR says the investigation is ongoing. We reached out to Enbridge for a comment tonight but didn't hear back. There is currently conversations about rerouting Line 5 off the Bad River Reservation. The DNR says this soil was found about a mile from there. Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather, and boy, beautiful sight out there to see those tall ships. Really striking, but pretty good weather, at least right now, for that.
Yeah, for Two Harbors and everybody. High pressure has settled into the region. It's cleared the sky. It's taken care of the clouds and put them packing. We take a look now at our current temperature sky conditions, and you can see it is sunny across the board, and temperatures are running from, we'll say, 75 in Ely to 81 degrees in Solon Springs, maybe 82 if we push it just a hair towards Moose Lake. And if we talk about other exceptions, it is as cool as 68 in Grand Marais, but bottom line is it's pretty tolerable out there, and that's the way we're starting the Tall Ship Festival and all the other cool events going on over the weekend here. High pressure will keep us on the sunny side through tomorrow evening. But that warm front from the west is going to make things pretty toasty on Friday. And then that low with its cold front will stir up some storms on Saturday. So 3 of the 4 days for the Tall Ship Festival should be nice. One of them could be a little bit iffy. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy with a low near 60. Then sunny and 87 for the Twin Ports on Friday. Towards places like Moose Lake and Hayward could be cracking 90. And again, is that going to be a trend or just an aberration? We'll show you with my 7-day forecast what's going to happen coming up in just a bit.
Great, thank you, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5. A big construction project kicks off Monday near Solon Springs. What travelers need to know coming up in City by City.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Our demo fleet at Lake RV is now for sale, and discounts have never looked so good. You can take advantage of 10 new campers that were loaned out to events across the Northland and save thousands. Check out our inventory at LakeRVDirect.com or our dealership in Minot. Lake RV, where reputation is everything.
Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, sweetheart.
Can I please have some juice?
What did you say? I can't hear a word you're saying. What do you need?
Are moments like this keeping you from living your life to its fullest? Audiology Concepts is here to listen to your struggles and can offer you personalized relief. Take charge of your hearing today.
My instructors are just always there, whether it's my online classes or on campus. They're just there to answer any questions. It was like a no-brainer for me when I found out just like the full package of what LSC offers. This is where to go.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Holden Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
Take an orange? You do? Here. America needs drivers.
And we're here to help.
What are you learning from Girls on the Run?
Never give up and to always keep trying.
If I'm a parent in your state, I'm like, what's Congress doing? Beyond this gate is actually the border with Ukraine. We've seen people not just opening their hearts to Ukrainian refugees, but their homes. Where will you go? I'm here for you.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy movies in the park. Every Friday in July and August, watch movies come to life on a gigantic outdoor screen in Leif Erikson Park. Here's what's playing this summer. The Greater Downtown Council's Movies in the Park is presented by Arrowhead Orthodontics and in part by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia, Minnesota tonight. Gorgeous day across the region tonight. Some showers may be on their way for the weekend. Dave will be in with your full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. A summer social in Virginia next week, and Hermantown PD welcomed 2 new faces. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. We start in Solon Springs tonight with a big construction project beginning Monday. Governor Tony Evers approved a contract earlier this week for a nearly $7 million resurfacing project on US 53. From County Road M to the railroad tracks north of Solon Springs, crews will be addressing several aging problems. Some repairs include new concrete along the whole stretch, new guardrails around the bridge over the tracks, culvert work, and more construction is expected to last through October. The road will remain 1 lane each direction during the project. Now we head to Virginia, Minnesota, where a local mental health organization is hosting a family event 1 week from today. The Family Skills Summer Social, hosted by Range Mental Health Center, is a night for adults and youth to learn skills for working through emotions and learning support tools. The event runs from 3 to 7 at Alcott Park and is free for all to attend. Activities will focus on skills such as self-regulations, socializing, communication, and more. Members of the ADAPT team will be there for families to connect with before the school year starts. And we wrap up in Hermantown tonight, where the police department welcomed 2 new officers this week. Officers Alex Prouse and Brandon Solom were sworn in Monday. With this new addition, the Hermantown police force is now up to 16 officers and 2 canines. Both men grew up in the area and spent their second day on duty celebrating National Night Out with the community. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you'd like us to know about, send us an email and we might just feature it as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, items from historic Old Central will soon hit the auction block. Why some community members are happy about the sale just a few minutes from now.
Well, temperatures today were a little bit cooler than normal for a lot of locations. 76, for example, at Duluth International. The normal is 78, but the record is 92. That's from 1900. 92 is doable tomorrow when a warm front sends our temperatures upwards. We'll talk about how long they'll stay up coming up after our break.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kevikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
You can never do enough to show your parents how much you love them, but a new kitchen is a good start.
Hit it hard. Good job, brother.
This is for you, Mom.
There we go.
Welcome to your new home.
This whole project is because of you.
Secret Celebrity Renovation, Friday, 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health, resulting in high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. This message is brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
Are you looking for a way to make a difference where you live? Become a volunteer with the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary, which is responsible for recreational boating safety. We'll guide you towards success. We'll train you in your own home area. We'll help you hone your leadership skills. There are dozens of missions in which you can donate your time and talent to help the Coast Guard and your community by keeping people safe on the water. Go to cgaux.org to learn more.
Hundreds of items from Old Central High School are set to be auctioned off on Saturday, but a few people in Duluth don't want to see that happen.
Today we're sunny and close to 80. Tomorrow could be sunny, close to 90.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by Heritage Window and Door. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Many eyes are on two harbors to take a look at the tall ships, and today the weather was picture perfect for such gazing. Here's a picture of one of the masts that's rising up above Agate Bay. Tall masts in two harbors. This picture comes courtesy of Kevin Jacobson. If that name sounds familiar, yeah, that's the same Kevin Jacobson that was anchorman here about 10 years ago or so. Now he's taking pictures, gorgeous pictures of a blue sky brought apart or brought in by high air pressure, which will keep us looking like that through tomorrow. Saturday, though, could be a different story, and it's a tale we'll tell in just a little bit. Right now, we take an eye and cast an eye, if we're a pirate, only one eye, at the airport in Duluth here, where it is sunny and 77. The wind is southerly 9 miles per hour, relative humidity 48%, and air pressure indeed on the high side at 30.05 inches of mercury. And there's our high pressure system parked over the region. Picture perfect weather for many folks today. Sunny sky and temperatures near normal and not too hot, but things could become too hot for some folks' taste tomorrow with a warm front attached to a low pressure system. That'll send our temperatures up into the upper 80s and even the lower 90s perhaps for some towns. Well, still talking about the here and now, thanks to high pressure, the only rain we're seeing on our Doppler is up around Winnipeg and heading towards Thunder Bay and then dissipating well before making it over into that neck of the woods. So all is quiet on the northern front tonight. It could become a little bit wilder, like I mentioned, once we get into Saturday. Here comes the warm front with the low pressure system. That makes it warm on Friday. Again, I think the range of temperatures will go about 85 to 90. 90 most doable in a line from Moose Lake over towards places like Cable and Hayward, and then off towards the east as well. Things will change up once we get out of Friday into Saturday. The low comes through our area. The cold front starts to cut into that warm, moist air, and Saturday could turn stormy. It's a 40% chance for showers and storms on Saturday. Right now, the threat for severe weather is pretty low, but keep in mind it could happen. So be cautious on Saturday. Come Sunday, residual showers possible, and this cold front will cool us down. We could drop into the 60s there for Sunday, but only briefly because we warm up again next week. And here's the week ahead with our 7-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy in Minnesota with low temps 53 to 61 by the lake and 58 to 63 farther inland. For Wisconsin and Michigan, the low temps will go 58 to 60 with a partly cloudy sky and a southeasterly wind. For tomorrow, sunshine rules supreme in Wisconsin and the UP. High temps 87 to 90. South wind 5 to 15 helps keep those numbers up. For Minnesota, cooler by the lake may mean 74 for Grand Marais. That may be a good town to go to. Could be as warm as 84 by the lake towards the portions of Duluth that are over in that neck of the woods, and then inland numbers about 84 to 90. But that's the only really warm day. Already the cold front starts to calm us down and cool us down and storm us up on Saturday. 40% storm shot, 78 degrees. Then only 68 degrees with showers possible on Sunday. And that gives way to a warming trend then for the rest of the week ahead from Monday through Thursday. So it'd be fairly sunny with highs going about 72 to 80.
Okay, Dave, thank you. Historic Old Central High School in downtown Duluth was once full of students shuffling from class to class until the 1970s. Now the century-old building is being converted into apartments, and that means some historic items once housed there need a new home and will soon be put up for auction. CBS 3's Mitchell Zimmerman joins us now to explain why not everyone is happy about that. Mitchell.
Yeah, Paul, the auction to sell items from Old Central High School is slated for Saturday morning. Now, Nordic Auction, ran by Forrest Evevold, they'll be auctioning off things like old trophies, marching band uniforms, and a mural from the high school. The historic Old Central High School Museum Committee used to manage those items, which were on display at Historic Old Central, but they had to move out when the building was sold to a developer. They took 2 years to try and find a new location, but nothing worked out. So Evevold bid on the items in the museum last fall and won, setting up the auction on Saturday. But now some community members don't want to see the items go into private hands, saying they're a piece of the whole city's history. He says the community shouldn't be mad at him for hosting the auction.
I am just the auctioneer. They put a very good effort into keeping this preserved and to keep it as a whole. They worked very hard for many, many years to gather these items together. I'm very proud of what they've done.
One of those community members hoping to keep the items on display is former Duluth Mayor Don Ness. A Central grad himself, Ness wrote on Facebook that it would help maintain the memory and history of Duluth Central for generations to come. Now, you'll remember Duluth Central shut down about a decade ago when the school district consolidated high schools and closed the location up on the hill. So many alumni feel a special connection to any remaining memories. We'll hear from a 1960s grad who remembers the downtown location well, coming up tonight at 6.
Okay, thank you, Mitchell. Nordic Auctions will be reviewing the items again tomorrow afternoon. Evevold says they're moving forward with the auction, and if someone wants specific items, they can come bid on them. It is that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets. Today's pet comes to us from Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing. Here's Grisham. He is 7.5 years old and ready to find his family. He is currently the oldest guy at the shelter, but staff tells us that hasn't slowed him down. He is still full of fun, and while he isn't super playful, he makes a calm friend that would blend well with any home. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Grisham, then you can call that number on your screen. Still to come, a young boy from Red Wing, Minnesota got a big welcome home yesterday after weeks of recovery from a boating accident. His incredible story next.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin shell? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro. The natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-476-5600. That's 1-800-476-5600 now.
All aboard! Thomas the Tank Engine is coming to Duluth this August. Day Out with Thomas is at the Depot in Duluth the first 2 weekends in August. Get tickets at DuluthTrains.com.
Having gutter guards installed that'll hold up under the elements is essential in the Northland. That's why it's crucial to do the research beforehand to find out what each gutter guard guarantee covers and, more importantly, what they don't cover. Gutter Helmet's lifetime guarantee covers the whole system rather than other companies' warranties that fall short. Northland Gutter Helmet was ranked #1 by Forbes and has a 5 out of 5 rating on the Better Business Bureau website. Call locally owned and trusted Gutter Helmet to set up your free quote today and find out why we're the best.
When it comes to sports, there's one guy who's dunking on the competition. For all your local sports, Duncan Goldberg. Evenings on Live Local CBS 3.
A Minnesota youth spent about 2 months in the hospital after a boat crash threw him into the Mississippi River and almost killed him. Now he's back home in Red Wing. Adam Duxter was there to see the big welcome waiting for him.
If you're the type of person who doesn't believe in miracles, perhaps Vincent Koenig can change your mind.
His progress has been nothing short of miracles. From being able to learn to walk again, to feed himself again, to talk again.
8 weeks ago, the 5-year-old was fishing on the Mississippi with his dad and siblings when their boat collided with a barge. Vincent was underwater for 12 minutes before strangers spotted his bright orange shoes, pulled him to shore, and started CPR.
When we all went to bed that night, we had no idea if he was going to make it. Vincent, after the accident, was intubated for 5 days. Once he started to wake up, we discovered that he did have a brain injury from the loss of oxygen.
And while Vincent's parents, Rachel and Jeremy, say they've long believed in the power of prayer, what they discovered during their son's recovery is the power of community.
It's really overwhelming and humbling, the amount of support that we've been given from our friends and people that we didn't know.
Making this moment.
To see him today, he's here, it's huge for us. Miracle. Yeah, it's a miracle.
A chance to celebrate miracles and the people who make them happen, including the Good Samaritans on the water that day. Adam Duxter, CBS News, Red Wing, Minnesota.
And Vincent is going to kindergarten next fall. Vincent's dad, Jeremy, says doctors initially told them his recovery might take 18 months, but he says their son is a fighter who has never lost hope during this recovery process. We'll be right back after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Payments of medical bills and wages. Money for pain and suffering. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Buy now, pay later with Renewal by Anderson of the Northland. Are you ready to finally get those new windows and patio doors you've been waiting for? With Renewal by Anderson of the Northland, you can buy your new windows and patio doors now and pay later. 2 full years later. Put zero money down with no payments and no interest until 2024. With a finance offer this good, why wait any longer? Plus, until August 31st, receive 20% off your entire project, including installation. Be sure to ask about our whole house discount, too. Call today to book your free quote. Visit northlandrba.com for details.
Well, what do we have here? Looks like the new guy picked up lunch. Went with the new DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. That's nice. A lineup of bold flavors like the Flamethrower Signature Stack Burger and Loaded A1 Signature Stack Burger. It's a total of 5 premium burgers that are anything but boring. So you can make an impression.
Am I going to get reimbursed?
Like a really good impression?
I got it. Lunch is
New guy just became burger guy. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered to DQ.com.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
When it comes to sports, there's one guy who's dunking on the competition. For all your local sports, Duncan Goldberg. Evenings on Live Local CBS 3.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kavikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
We want to take a live look tonight at the Mall of America as the mall remains on lockdown at this time. As we mentioned to you at the top of the newscast, the mall tweeted in confirmation of the lockdown saying there is an isolated incident in a tenant space. Our sister station in the Twin Cities is reporting people are posting on social media that they are hiding in stores amid what they're calling a possible shooting. Bloomington police also tweeted they have numerous officers on scene and call the scene active at this time. We will, of course, continue to update you as we learn more. Now, to recap what we had for you here today at 5, we were in Agate Bay as the Festival of Sail began in Two Harbors. This is the small North Shore town's first time hosting the large event, and it didn't set sail smoothly. The Grand Parade got underway about an hour behind schedule, and many guests told us the shuttle system was very confusing. We did reach out to the event coordinator today to get his reaction to some of these concerns, but didn't hear back by news time. And tonight at 6, starting Saturday, memorabilia from the historic Old Central High School in Duluth will hit the auction block. Many in the community have spoken out that they wish more could be done to preserve the items, but as plans to convert the building to apartments forges ahead, so does the sale. We hear from someone in favor of saving the items tonight. That is your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next, and we'll see you back here at 6.